Let's try with these. Alright, last game of the day. Let's see what we can do here. Do I prefer Alex or Antonidas in Cyclomage? Meyer, there's never a choice between Alex or Antonidas. Antonidas is core and Alex is flex. So that sort of choice doesn't exist. Because you always put in Antonidas and then if you like it you put in Alex. Do you play other card games? Yeah, if I had time I would play more of them. I have played them all. I think Haunting Visions is fine here. Haunting Visions into more Farsights. I can get behind that. I'm not using that Farsight yet though. I'm using this Farsight. If I coin the Twilight Drake, it will be a 4/7. It's not trivial for him to kill it. I think I want to coin it out. Let's do it like this. Trying to get the Control Fatigue Shaman working. With Krakua and Witch's Brew. No, you don't want to play Krakua in the deck. You have enough healing. You get more healing from Hagatha. Then you have Witch's Brew and Fountain. And that should be enough. Because you're not going to fatigue thanks to Elysian and Shudderwock. So it simply doesn't benefit. Krakua doesn't help you at all. I've seen so many people play Krakua and Witch's Brews and get a lot of Witch's Brews in hand and then just die with a ton of useless cards in their hand. That simply is not the way to play the game. I think it's too early to Farsight again. I think we Witch Doctor. I mean, I could give Twilight Drake Wind Fury. That's reasonably interesting. Because it forces a response. I think we're going for that. Let's give this one Wind Fury. And just hit face. Hit all that armor away. Because Shield Block Shield Slam doesn't kill it now. He doesn't have mana to Shield Block Armor up Shield Slam. He would need Weapons Project. That does not kill it. Although it does make it so that it can be killed more easily in the near future. So I could trade away the board with that. That's one alternative. I think it's time to Farsight again. 4 mana Crowd Roaster. Can't quite use it now. This was a diversion after all. I'm playing the fatigue game here. I could also hit there, put this down to 2 health. But then he can kill it with like Militia Commander and he will have a mech on the board. I think I'll trade away both mechs now. The face hit was mostly just to create a little bit of tension. It was not really an attack that was meant to end the game and win the game here. It just does to make him sweat a little. I mean, I could roast this. But it's the only way I can get rid of it right now. Roaster is just a weak card that's easily killed. But I think I will roast that, because then I can also totem up. And with the totem, that means that Dino Medic doesn't clean up the board. There's 7 held on this board, and the most likely minion to survive is the Roaster. So now I expect Militia Commander to kill the Roaster. He's 1 mana off from being able to kill it with Warpath now. And that definitely played into my decision.
That belongs in a museum.
It's just going to let the Roaster live. Go, Roaster, go. So I could play the Swamp Queen Hagatha, get the Horror, and the option to trade into the Harrison Jones. That's probably fine. This looks like a Control Warrior to me. He can Dino Medic down the Swamp Queen. I guess it will be fine. I'm not going to pick up the Bloodlust here. Give me a death threat to resummon this minion. But if I play Shudderwock like and he has the board, maybe I pick it anyway. I don't want Stormbringer as a battle cry. we do it like this. Ancestor Spirit and Haunting Visions. Whether I will have anything to Ancestral Spirit is another matter, because I don't expect the Hagata to survive the next turn under any circumstances, regardless of the rush minion he picks up here. And so far this looks fine. Do I need to have my dragon synergies activated? Brightwing is nice to have for those synergies. But is it mandatory? I think I will be able to find more dragons. I think I'll go with the battle. I'll go with the Brightwing here. Arugal. I can combine that with Draw at some point. But for now I'm going with the Drustva Horror. And get the Haunting Visions. I'm gonna grab a Farsight from that too. Oh, Big Bad Voodoo. I do like Big Bad Voodoo. Let's play that on the Drustva Horror. I think this is fine. I mean, he's going to run one copy of Silence in that deck. So we can silence one of these. This one. If he even wants to silence anything. We'll see. Some Super Collision going on. And after the Super Collider... I don't have any mechs in hand. Okay. Then what after the Super Collider? Still has 4 mana. Nothing was threatening enough, so he didn't want to use high value removal pieces, I see. I guess I can play Arugal out there. I suppose it's fine. Then I can do Farsight and see if I can pick up a minion.
I did this. I cursed them all.
It's Arugal and Farsight. Actually managed to pick up a copy. I don't have any dragons in hand right now. And we roll a totem. Didn't manage to pick up a taunt. I suppose it's fine. 9 cards in hand. That's okay. Couple of Scale Worms, some value. Easy job warpathing that down. I'm fine with that, to be honest, I don't mind. What I really want is to find my Hagata. Because that's just going to be infinite value. Well, there's a Dragon Activator. I don't absolutely have to play something on this board. Well, I do, because I'm at 10 cards. I guess I'll play a Scale Worm then. This lets him know that I have a 1 mana Scale Worm in hand, of course. But we'll still do it. 6 held on the board so that the Dino Medic doesn't answer this. He will go Doctor Boom as soon as he can find it. I do need to find the Hagata. You need Hagata, Elysiana, Shadowwalk. I have 2 of those 3. But I am missing a big one. Hand is full again. Awkward. Guess we'll Haunting Visions. More schemes? Lightning Storm isn't quite good enough now, is it? Well, with the Sludge Slurper it might clean up the board. Let me just pick up another scheme. My hand is full. This is just 3 damage. This is 11 damage, that's a bit of an overkill. Well, the other schemes are growing. I guess I can afford to use the big scheme here. Let's do it like this. He's not going to play Elysiana anytime soon yet.
Face me, you meddling moron.
I have the key minions in hand already, so the randomly generated Hegelbot is not a threat. Well, well. 11 cards in the deck. Well, 10 cards really, because there's the bomb in the deck. Just need to find the Hagata. Need to play something. I would like to play some minions after I find Hagata. I think I'll hex the 3/8 so that he can't magnetize stuff on that. I could have also waited. That was an option. We'll see. I have 2 schemes in hand that are growing. Another 3 random mechs. Well, Heckelbots take me closer to fatigue, but I have the double Elysiana thanks to Shudderbox, so I should still be fine. All I really want is the Hagata. Yeah, all I really want is the Hagata. Bulldozer is pretty sweet. Well, there's the Hagata. So do I need to react to the Bulldozer yet? Like spending a hex on it? Doesn't sound like something I would want to do. But I will take at least 9, maybe more if there's a magnetization on it. If he has the cannot be targeted magnetization, that would be a problem. So maybe I actually will hex it. I think I will hex it. Just roll a totem here. Made the preparations for Hagata next turn. 2 random mechs left. Yeah, and I don't mind a mech like this. Of course, because I didn't play Hagata last turn, he might have a read that I don't have it still. But in reality I do. 9 cards in hand. So if I play Sludge Slurper, I get another 2 cards in hand. I think I just have to pass here. Now, none of the cards in my deck matter too much anymore. So that's an upside. Second randomly generated Clockwork Goblin, but I don't think that pressure is too much. That's Ziliax. Has used 1 Shield Slam. My hand is full, so I would need to play a spell. But which spell? Can I get a spell that I could play? I'll start with the Ziliax. Let's see if I can get a spell that costs 5 or less. Well, that does cost 5 or less. It's not awesome, but it costs 5 or less. Need to play the Twilight Drake, I suppose. I need to trade there. Do I care about the remaining cards? I do care about some of them. I guess I'll throw the spell away. I guess this is okay. Because I kind of like to have the Acidic Swampus and remove the Super Collider. 2 bombs, 7 other cards. Is this a build that runs Faceless Manipulator and Barista or something? Then he could copy my Elysiana too. That might be kind of a problem. That's like the only way he can win this, if that's that sort of a build. Or if it's Mechatoon. Sometimes it's hard to tell. I have problems with my hand size. Let's play the Scale Worm first. Do I just need to Lava Burst? I think I do. I think I need to Lava Burst. Make some space.
I see a vision in the flames.
Big Bad Voodoo. And that's a good one. Just Big Bad Voodoo on that one. 9 cards in hand. Alright. With Haggadah, that hand size management is just, it's a lot of work. Enemy kills the first one. Next one is a Frostwolf Warlord, and that's going to be killed by a Militia Commander. He still has his Celiacs left. My hand is full again, and I can't do anything else except in addition to Walking Fountain. I have a pair of schemes here, so I probably need to play the scheme. But if I play the scheme, play the Slurper. 9 cards in hand. Then I go to 10 cards in hand. Do I need to have Rush on anything? Like a Rush Shadowwalk? I probably don't. So I can just play the Goblin Lucky. Get another spell. I can Totemic Smash him in the face to go down to 9 cards again. It's hard. I may have to throw away one Witch's Brew. If I even care about the remaining cards. Do I really care about the remaining cards?
Precision. Perfection.
Okay, we got to see his Celiacs. Who knows, I drew a bomb. There's still an Ooze in the deck, but does he even have any weapons after this? Ooze, Slurper, Scorcher, Fountain. Some pretty decent stuff there. Hand is full all the time. I'll play the Scale Worm. Get another scheme. Hit the Scale Worm into the Celiacs. I'm gonna use one Witch's Brew to heal up the Scale Worm. And I'm not sure if I really care about the remaining cards. Scorcher, Ooze, Fountain. Are those even important? Because I could use the bomb as an additional draw if my hand is full. Because if the bomb gets discarded when drawn, it doesn't draw another card. So that like artificially inflates my deck size. Yeah, I know I could burn the bomb. Red Alice subscribed. Thank you, Red Alice. Hi. So there's Ooze and Scorcher and Bomb in the deck. He will play Elysiana 2 at some point. Is this a Faceless Manipulator style deck? I don't think I have to do anything here. Let's just wait. See what he's going to do. He does nothing. Would I use a Walking Fountain? 2 cards in the deck. 2 cards in his deck. I could also just play the Elysiana. Let's just play the Elysiana. Walking Fountain. Yeah, seems like a fun card. Slurper. Or Pinata. Slurper seems like a nice card. Fire Elemental. Could also backfire. And take Nimbus. And Whizbang. And Sunwalker. I can play the Beakered Lightning over there.
I'm almost out of cards.
So now we get to see if he has the Faceless Manipulator combo. Because he obviously has to have that one. Finally found the Doctor Boom. But if he kills the Elysiana now, then he will never get to do Faceless Manipulator. So The only way he can win is with Megatoon. I can burn the next card, right? Yeah, easily. And kill off the minions here. Heal up. I mean, he plays his Elysiana now.
This story deserves a new ending.
And then... Can it be a draw? No, he's going to fatigue too much, right? I don't think he has what it takes to make this a draw. Going to Walking Fountain, but that's okay. Because I can just do Witch's Brew. And Witch's Brew. Then I'll hit into the Elysiana. Then I'll do Witch's Brew. And Witch's Brew. And then I kill the Elysiana. And then I do Witch's Brew one more time. Like that. So then we get rid of the Elysiana. Okay, now he has those 10 cards. And he is at 57. Will there be enough time for him to fatigue? In 10 turns. I would actually have to deal some damage too. There might be a way that this ends in a draw. Perhaps I should have been more active. Alright, some mild snip-snapping. Don't particularly mind that. I already thought that he was going to magnetize the snip-snap on that too. Don't know why he did it like this though. My hand is full all the time. I need to find some way around that. So first off we're going to choke that one. Then I'm going to play a Slurper. A Slurper gives me an Ethereal Lackey. Gives me another choke. And I can choke again. 9 cards in hand. I can play the Menacing Nimbus.
The calm before the storm.
Mutate. What do I want to mutate? We'll see, I can play the Arcane Servant here. Tap. Yeah, I can tap one of those, that's cool. 9 cards in hand. I can play an Ethereal Lackey. Big Bad Voodoo. I can mutate the 2-drop and I can Big Bad Voodoo the 3-drop. Do something like this. So then I will have 8 cards in hand. 2 points of overload. I've seen all the random mechs from the Omega assemblies. I've seen the Warpaths, that's the first brawl now. And then of course there's the 10 Elysiana cards. Manages to win the brawl. But I do need to deal some damage at some point. 9 cards in hand. I can open with the Whizbang. And I can go with Slurper. Then 10 cards in hand, your hand is full. I can do Faceless Lackey, right? And I can do Faceless Lackey. And then I can do... Do I want to do Forked Lightning to kill the 2-1 Iron Beak Owl? Or do I want to get a 5-drop? That's a pretty good 4-drop. I think I'm going to just grab a 2-drop from that. Let's do it like this. This is fine. I need to try to get rid of all the cards. And then play the Shudderwock. It will replenish my hand. He spends the second brawl, okay. So Brawls have been played, Warpaths have been played. He has a... Omega Devastators have also been played. Celiax has been played. So he mostly has Elysiana cards now. A 3/6 minion. Intriguing. I could do both of these, then I will be heavily overloaded next turn. That means I'm not doing anything next turn in practice. I'd rather do a Walking Fountain, I think. Then I can do Forked Lightning. Use the new thing that it can be played even though there's only one minion on the board. What is this magic? There's only one minion on the board, but the card could still be played. It is a good climbing deck. Yeah, this is indeed a very slow deck. I freely admit. Oh, he gets to discover a mech. That's powerful. 10 cards in hand, my hand is full. Ouch. And I can't play Toads and Nimbus. I could maybe play Feral Spirit and Nimbus. That one card that costed most 3 mana if I want to use the following card. We can go with that. Can I get one card that costs 3 or less? Well, sort of. I can just throw away the Witch's Brew. It's fine, I don't need the Witch's Brew. I need to get rid of cards as quickly as I can. My main goal here is to get rid of my cards. That's what I'm trying to do. He is holding a dragon! What? I don't mind. Sunwalker time, right? Sunwalker seems fine. Could also be Reign of Toads. That cleans up some hand space. That would clean up a little bit of hand space, not a whole lot though. 3 cards left. Let's play the Sunwalker. I'll just silence that. I'm just here to hit face. Because I need to get rid of some of that armor there. Cruel Taskmaster. His Elysiana wasn't that great now, was it? He did get a pair of Brightwings though. Alright. Well, Brightwing is probably the least intimidating dragon that he could find. I can wipe this board, but if I do so, I can't actually play minions here. What if I just Lightning Bolt the Devastator? I can use Lightning Storm. Would I really overload myself? I could go Reign of Toads, Lightning Storm. He's going to get a mech next turn. That overloads for 5. I can still use Haggadah Scheme next turn if I like.
A path dimly lit.
Devastator survived. But I wanted to kill it. I could have overload for 6. I could have used Lightning Bolt overload for 6, but I didn't feel like doing that. Now he has a discovered mech. And he has 2 random dragons from the Brightwings. He ate a Violet Spell Sword. Fine, I guess. So would I want to play Shadowwalk next turn? Shadowwalk does have Crowd Roast the Battle Cries. So it's going to deal damage to enemy minions. So I don't necessarily have to clear. If I just push face and clear. Play Shudderwock next turn. I think I might also do that. Let's just do this. Next turn I will Shudderwock for another 10 cards to the deck. These are big minions though. But it's Shudderwock time. I don't get a lot of value from it because my hand is so full. But it's enough to get the deck filled with cards. That Ancestral Spirit didn't quite hit where I wanted it to hit though. I admit that. So that's all. Well, I suppose I use this to kill the mech, of course. My hand is full. Like a Lightning Bolt face. 9 cards in hand. Like a Lucky face. Like an Ancestral Healing, the Shudderwock. So let's see about this. He's out of cards now. I have another 10 in the deck. He got an Elysiana from his Brightwing. That was a surprising result. Completely random legendary and it's Archivist Elysiana. So now I can't actually kill him with Fatigue. Now I would have to just kill him with killing him. How do I go about that? So, 9 cards in hand. I just have now very hard. I'll play the Sunwalker. I'll play the Kaboombot. And I hit face with everything now. From here I will need to hit face with everything and hope that he doesn't get something really sweet. We'll see. I've seen the Brawls, I've seen the Warpaths, I've seen basically everything he had in his original deck. Well, I have seen just about everything he had in his original deck. But whether there is something else, then that's difficult to evaluate. At this moment it was no longer important to kill the Elysiana, because even if he makes another Elysiana, that's not going to matter. Silence an enemy minion with Taunt. So he managed to silence my huge Shudderwock. And that was surprising. That was clearly very surprising. Alright. What can we do next? I'm not gonna trade away that 7-1 Elysiana, of course. I could clean up this board. 10 cards in hand. Still at 10 cards after that. Bunch of Ancestral Spirits. I overrolled this turn, it's fine. I clean up the board. I can do Fountain Overload, Ancestral Spirit, but not yet this turn, because I will be overloaded. Are there any Death Rattle effects? Well, there is Sneap Snap. And there's Growl. Okay, I don't currently have a Silence. He's going to discover a mech again next turn. That's awkward.
What are you hiding?
That's really awkward. I'll need to Ancestral Spirit the biggest minion here. And I do believe I need to push face damage. I don't think I can win this otherwise. Has another Undertaker. Oh, he managed to pick up a security. Oh, that's an Elysiana security rover. So there's more where that came from. That is awkward. It was a nice security rover. I, on the other hand, have a Henge Clan Hogsteed. But I also have a Walking Fountain. I can play the Walking Fountain. I can give the Walking Fountain Ancestral Spirit. Then does this kill this one and that one? Then something still needs to train to the 2-3. But I guess that's the way this goes. Unless I want to zap. I want to zap that, yes. I'll zap that, and this one kills the security rover and the 2-3, and all of these are going face. Because I need to deal damage here. I definitely feel compelled to deal damage. He has a discovered mech in hand, because the security rover was an Elysiana pick. A Frothing Berserker that grows. Alright. Exactly how concerned am I? Not very concerned, I think. Because after all, I have a Henge Clan Hogsteed here. And that takes him closer to fatigue. There's still some time for him to take fatigue damage too. But he's going to discover a mech again. Does that mean that I have to Lava Burst the Boom Reaver? 9 cards in hand. So let's play some cards. I got the 10 cards in hand from the Slurper. Big Bad Voodoo is nice. I can play an Angry Chicken here. I can play another Angry Chicken here. Double Lava Burst isn't quite lethal yet. I can play Henge Clan Hogsteed here. I probably want to Henge Clan Hogsteed that one. And I want to freeze this one. And I want to Big Bad Voodoo this one. Then it goes face. And I can Witchy Lackey one of the 1-drops. Okay. So now that's frozen, so even if he finds something to magnetize on it, then it cannot attack. He has another discovered mech in hand now. There's the security rover from the Elysiana. He might still have that. So now I have 10, 40, I have 14 damage, right? Yeah, currently I seem to have 14 damage here. If Forked Lightning doesn't hit the security rover, I have lethal. That's one way to get there. It's a pretty low chance though. 9 cards in hand.
I must decide.
Oh, beaked lightnings. They are not the answer. I don't trust the forked lightning, to be honest. I just want to push face damage here. But he's going to get 7 from the blast shield. Was that incorrect? Maybe that was incorrect.
My blade be thirsty.
Maybe that ended up being incorrect after all. Now there probably could have been other ways to do this. He gets to discover a mech again. So if I Black Knight the taunt minion, I still don't have enough. Do I need to do scheme now? I mean, I have resummon and I have a lot of death rattles on the Chief Inspector. This must not hit the security rover. And it doesn't.
Arrest them.
But he will have a mech on board if I don't hit the security. It actually should have hit the security rover. I think I actually need to do it like this. This gives me another board again. Now I've seen both security rovers from the Elysiana. He gets to discover a mech again. And currently there's a lethal setup here, but what is the mech going to be? All mechs have rush. What else can he have there? I don't care about the Undertaker, because Undertaker doesn't have rush, so it cannot attack immediately.
Arrest them.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.